As the year comes to a close, many of the Wyoming Game and Fish Department's areas that provide permanent access to hunters and anglers are closing for the season. Wildlife Habitat Management Areas, or WHMAs, began closing in mid-November to provide protections for wildlife on their winter ranges. Some closures happen in December and in January. The majority of WHMAs close or have restrictions each winter and begin reopening at the end of April. These closures help minimize stress-causing disturbances to wintering deer, elk, bighorn sheep, and other wildlife. They also reduce the human and recreational impacts to the forage that support the wintering wildlife. Wildlife Habitat Management Areas are lands that provide crucial wintering habitat for big game and important production areas for birds and mammals. As this habitat is crucial for wildlife during the winter, it also reduces the impact to private lands for livestock production. Other benefits include protection of quality watersheds, native plants, and wildlife corridors. The Game and Fish manages 38 WHMAs statewide with approximately 450,000 acres under the direction of the Game and Fish Commission. These lands are comprised of commission fee title lands acquired primarily through federal wildlife funding programs and include BLM, U.S. Forest Service, Office of State Lands and Investments, National Park Service, U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service lands. WHMAs provide permanent access for sportsmen to fish, hunt, trap, boat, view wildlife, picnic, and hike on the areas, except during seasonal closures. Each WHMA has informational signs which have the specific uses and rules for the area. The Game and Fish encourages the public to use these areas. An interactive map that outlines each of the department's WHMAs is on the Game and Fish website. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.